Hello guys and girls, I'm Tony Freeman and you're watching Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition Episode 2. Now, the biggest change from Episode 1 is that I decided to go ahead and play with a mage instead of the initial rogue. He looks pretty much the same, the name is the same, and we also leveled up. Now, as you can see by the arrow in the left side. Now, we will explain the leveling up process, as well as I will explain the reasons that I decided to go with a mage instead of a rogue. But first, let's just go through this gate and go ahead a little bit with the story. Oh, we also have a chest here. It's a mace, will be pretty good for Cassandra, I think.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
You shouldn't even be here! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think. You have the mark?
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own...
Okay, so here we basically have the first choice, the first actual choice that we can pick. We have charge with the soldiers, which is basically a straightforward assault directly to the temple and to the rift, or take the mountain path, which is a more indirect route, as they say, but also saves some scouts, I think. So we're gonna go ahead with the take the mountain path.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Okay, so we're back in business. So we're gonna climb here, and we're gonna take the mountain path. I'm gonna explain the reason that I choose to go ahead with the mage instead of the rogue. The main reason for that was that the mage is a bit more spectacular.
Should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Yeah. And the other reason was that the rogue, especially in the start of the game, the situation is pretty unbalanced. The rogue is much too easy to play in my opinion, as I've played the first part with all classes. The reason that I say that is because the rogue gets the stealth skill, which acts as he vanishes from the enemies. He vanishes completely from the enemies, and nobody attacks him anymore. And that's basically one of the most powerful initial spells that the class can get. Well, the mage or the warrior does not get something similar. Now, the mage is a bit more challenging to play, at least in the start. It becomes easier as the game progresses because he gets a ton of freezes and a ton of crowd control abilities by fearing enemies, panicking them, stopping them completely, and so on and so forth. But in the start of the game, he's pretty squishy and pretty weak. Now, as I said before at the start of the video, we actually leveled up. What this means is that every time we kill a monster, every time we close a rift, we gain experience. This experience that we gain has certain thresholds. Let's say 5,000 experience is the first threshold, 10,000 is the second one, and so on. Every time we reach one of those thresholds, the game interprets this as us leveling up. What happens then is that we become a bit more powerful, and we gain one ability point. This ability point means that we can gain a new skill, or we can improve an existing one, as you will soon see. We already have chain lightning and flash fire, and we're gonna explain it really quick. But for now, let's level up. Let's use that ability point. Now, as you can see, the mage has 4 schools, 4 different talent trees. Is the spirit, which is mostly a defensive tree with buffs, attack like with shields, and I think even with shields and threat reduction, I guess. Storm, which is a school of lightning. It has ton of lightning-based skills, and also a bit of crowd control with static cage. You trap enemies inside an electric field that paralyzes those who try to leave. Inferno, which is a fire school. We already have flash fire from that. As you can see, it's and winter is a cold school. Now, the way this whole ability spending works is that every time you gain a point, you can spend it in any school that you want, as long as the skill that you pick is linked to either the start of the tree, like here, which is the first energy barrage, is the first in the storm tree along with chain lightning, or is connected directly to one of the skills that you already have. For example, I could not take Gathering Storms because I don't have any skills that are connected directly to it, but I could take Stormbringer, Lightning Bolt, or even Energy Barrage because it's right in the start. Now, the best skill that I found so far with a ton of trial and error is Fade Step. Fade Step basically gives the mage a bit more mobility right in the start of the game. It acts as a short charge, and it's very good for escaping, and it will also be very good for some close range burst damage, but that would be much further into the game. So we picked Phase Step. And we can just go ahead and play. Now, as you can see, the mage does not have the same amount of single target damage that the rogue has, but it has a lot more area effect damage with skills like lightning. As you can see, one skill shocked 3 enemies. And of course, that was the charge. Now I picked this. The reason that I picked this mountain path is because we get to practice our spells a bit more. We get to experience more of the fate step before actually using it in the final encounter of this first chapter. The other path, charging with the soldier, would have been a lot quicker, and we have already reached the boss by now, the final enemy of the game. But at the same time, it would have been much less interesting. As far as gameplay choices go, I guess you could say you get a bit more. You lose men either way. I mean, if you go to the mountain path, you lose the soldiers charging in, and if you charge in, you lose the soldiers on the mountain path. So. Okay, so they're on me, and I'm gonna use the space step to get away. Focus all my energy on the great as always. As I said, it's a bit more tricky to play the mage in the start. Also because, except this charge that this space step that I already got, you don't really have too many escape mechanisms. You can't really escape the enemies attacking you. Now, having Cassandra in the party early on and having her literally pick up and forcing the shades and the enemies to attack her really helps, but at the same time, her ability, her taunt, or challenge, however it's called.
Guess we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our Qunari friend here.
And we have another Fade Rift. As you can see, afraid.
Lady Cassandra!
Lieutenant, you're alive.
Just barely.
Okay.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. He insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes. Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
And we're getting closer and closer to the rift. I have to admit, as many times as I've tried this fight so far with the...
So, holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Now these are the remains of the Temple of the Sacred Ashes. For people who played Dragon Age 1,
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
wow, everything is pretty burned out. Now, before we start the whole encounter and whole fight, it appears we have some new items, some new weapons and armors. Let's look over the weapons really fast. Okay, Cassandra could use the Griffon Shield. As you can see, the Griffon Shield gives 6 armor, her Inquisition skill shield only 5, so that this one will help as well. The Morning Star, the mace, is also better than her Inquisition sword, so we replaced that too. Solas uses staves, just like me, because he's also a mage. And basically his weapon is identical to what I had. And Varric, of course, does not need any weapons because he uses Bianca, his crossbow. As far as armor goes, we have a very good head. Sadly, it's level 6, and so far our guys only have level 1 and level 2. We have a Templar helmet. I'm gonna give the Templar helmet to Cassandra to give her a bit more protection. Ooh, she's ugly. Anyway, okay. Mercenary coat. Yep, that's about it. Alright, let's do this. I'm actually
is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful. your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Warn them!
We have an intruder. Slay the Qunari.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Okay, short explanation of what's about to happen here. This is a boss fight, it's the first boss fight of the game. Okay, just a little too much lightning. This is the boss. His name is Pride Demon, and this is it. His point is 16k. And underneath his HP bar, we see that he has an electricity resistance, his immunity to sleep, to frozen, to paralyzed, to physical effects, and he's also perceptive. I have no idea what perceptive means. As a comparison, he's also level 4 and he has 34 armor. As a comparison, solely on hit points wise, he has 16k, while our guys have about 500k. So this will not be an easy fight. Now the way this fight usually goes, and I'm explaining this to also be used as a tutorial if it's needed for anyone attempting to do this on Nightmare. We have, as you can see, we have here Disrupt Rift. Now what this does is that it stuns him for a few seconds and it removes some of his protections. Now he's still immune to lightning, but he's also stunned, so he can be hit a lot more easily. Now the reason that I said that it's pretty easy to do this with the rogue is that during the fight he summons a few shades, a few lesser shades, and those shades go initially for your main character. Now you cannot disrupt the rift and stun him, because those shades keep hitting you no matter what. Now if you're a rogue, you can just stealth, and the reason that that is so easily is that the second that you stealth, the shades leave you alone and you can just disrupt the rift, eliminate the shades, and this boss is a cakewalk. As a mage we don't have that, so we will run around a lot and hopefully kill him. I only killed him once before with this character, as I was testing abilities and testing the best way to go. Okay, no more talking. Let's get to it. As you can see on the top,
strip its defenses, wear it down.
That's his defense, and he's basically almost immune to everything. Now I'm disrupting the rift. I'm gonna stun him. As you can see, he's on his knees.
Now.
And I could just hit him with everything we have for a few seconds. Now I'm not gonna use Chain Lightning because he's immune to it. It's just a waste of time and mana. And mostly just keep auto attacking with the staff. We can use again. We can use the Disrupt Rift again, but I'm saving it for the shades. Okay, as you can see, the shades are here. Now they're not immune to lightning, so we can use everything on them. But it's very important they are killed fast, because as long as they are alive and focusing me, I cannot disrupt the rift. And I cannot do anything about the demon. We run again for him. Sadly, he's on us. Whoa. Damn it. Okay, he's trying to hit us. We run again. And we're trying to slow him, but probably not enough. Yeah. Shit. Damn it. There's no way for me to escape this guy. And I cannot find... Okay. I found Solas and I'm trying to revive him. Yeah, it worked. Sadly everyone else is dead. It's pretty much dead. It's not gonna... The chances for me to do this and win are very slim right now. Yay, I managed to stun him. Okay. Let's try to get our tank back up. You can just revive your party members, same as in Mass Effect, by right-clicking on them. And while Cassandra fights the demon by herself mostly, we will try to revive Varric and Solas. Oh my. Okay, this guy is still hitting us, which is not a good sign. It means Cassandra has not got a chance to fight him. Okay. And I'm trying to get Solas back to life again. I'm also worried about the shades spawning, but it appears... Yeah, he spawned the shades as well. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much a wasted... a lost cause. I doubt I'm able to evade them and him at the same time. Or not, maybe not. Maybe I will upload this video after all, although I didn't really plan to. Since it was a pretty failed... It is a pretty failed fight right now, to be honest. Oh my. Okay, I'm escaping. I'm trying to disrupt the rift. I cannot find Cassandra to revive her. But at least I stunned this idiot. Okay, here is Cassandra. And I'm trying to bring her back to life. Yay! Maybe, who knows? Maybe even kill this sucker. Whoa. Okay, let's give our best shot. Hit him with everything we have. He's pretty close to death actually, so maybe I can kill him, maybe not. I basically have no idea at this point. Okay. Almost. Unless he becomes immune or he spawns the ads. This is a... wow.
Now! Seal the rift!
I actually killed him. Lol. Okay. Let's get Cassandra back to life. And she's up. And Solas. I have to be honest, I didn't actually expect to win this fight right now. But it happened and we're closing the Fade Rift.
Do it!
wow, like I said, I didn't actually I didn't expect it to win that fight. But I guess stranger things have happened. So a few more tips: your party can be healed with potions, and the continuation of the story, I hope. Again, apologies for the long loading screens. I think it's just a game demanding more processor power, and that's simply just not gonna happen.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Not trying to interrupt the conversation, but is that a boy or a girl? I swear to God, I have no idea.
And the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
I think that's the reason he looks so surprised, because he can't figure out either if that's a girl or a boy. Anyway, we're gonna stop this this video right here. Like, comment, subscribe below if you enjoyed, of course. I'm Tony Freeman, and thank you for watching.